Everyone knows about the hit YouTube channel Sab Nino, with its rich and handsome programming that entertains most audiences. The SabNino fans get love and praise from the channel owner, but what happens to people who don't support SabNino? That's where Sab's pet monkey, Mr. Giggles, comes into the picture. Anyone who doesn't watch or know about SabNino's smexy content will get eaten alive by Mr. Giggles. But if you are a SabNino fan, that doesn't mean you're off the hook, bucko. There's fans of this channel who watch SabNino content, which is grand, but only come for the SpongeBob related videos. If you're one of these people, you will certainly be eaten by Mr. Giggles. He loves the taste of SpongeBob SquarePants fans the most. So remember, watch SabNino and give his non-SpongeBob work a chance. Otherwise, Mr. Giggle will come for you next. Hello random person, Sab Nino here. Welcome to Sab Talk. I don't have a lot of news this week. I updated the merch store for the Grunge Bunch Chronicles. We're trying to finalize the deadline for the pilot. Let's get on with the questions. Aiden Train Dude 21 says, can you do the SpongeBob theme song intro but every syllable is square? If you start to plummet, then I'll do it. Notorious JKB says, rarely is the question asked, is our children learning? If you can find the source of this quote, I will reward you greatly. Is it George Bush? If I got the question right, can I get a cookie? Maybe cotton candy. Cameron James Music and Photography YouTube says, animate yourself to do the dance from Spooky Dance. By the way, that dance is so funny. If I can find some way to include it in a video, maybe, because I've thought about that at one point. Change the news to the last part of the vid and the questions to the beginning, because we all really don't care about the news and more about the questions. I'm sorry you feel that way about the news. You must have hated the first few episodes. I have a few rebuttals as to why I put my questions first. First off, depending on how big the news is, sometimes I do put it at the last of the video, but if it's something minor like the beginning of this video, sometimes I put it at the beginning to just get it out of the way. So it alternates depending on how big the news is. Second, I've been taught to keep my audience wanting more. Your comment actually encouraged me to keep it at the last moment. Because if people like the questions more, then why not save the best for last? I appreciate the feedback, though I'm just gonna politely disagree, but that doesn't mean your suggestion will never be implemented. Amaze Game says, you get to choose one animated kids movie to suddenly become PG-13. Therefore, they get to have one F-bomb. Which kids movie would you choose, and where would you put the F-bomb? When I first saw this question, the first thing that came to mind was Steven Universe the movie.
Holy sh**!
I don't know where I'd implement the F-bomb, if I'm being honest.
By singing some stupid song!
Christian and Thomas and Friends fan alt extra says, are you ready, kids? No, I need a break. Come on, Sonic. People like my theme song.
True, but the original Sab Talk opening had a lot of work put into it. We shouldn't waste it for a shitty parody. I guess you're right, Steven. Cue the intro.
Deja vu. Jay Owen says, Ronald? I have a sneaking suspicion that every time I do a Q&A type thing, there's at least gonna be one commenter saying Ronald. That was what happened with the Ask Ender thing, now it's happening here. And I'll guarantee this will happen in Ask Ya Got Game. Will that happen? I don't know. Oki says, how did your college life go? When will you graduated? I actually still need to look into when I graduate. So far, college is doing pretty good. I'm learning a lot more about traditional animation and animation as a whole. I feel like it's grown, and overall, this is definitely much better than my experience with high school. Please comment below if you have any other questions for the next Sab Talk. And as always, it's all Sab from here.